Okay, this first video is for people who want to enter results on our event. First thing is we have our first 4 matches, and they include Tom, Karen and Frank, etc. You'll notice that Tom is supposed to play bye. Bye means there's no person there yet. Maybe by the time that we have to call Tom's match, someone will show up. So until then, we'll just say, okay, Tom, hang on. Karen and Frank, let's play. T and C stands for table or complete. And the tables that I have available are over here on the right, and they're all green. Green means go, good to go. Table 1 through 8 are all good to go, so I can choose a table. So for this match here, I want to enter table 1. And for the next match, I'm going to put that in table 2. And just to skip one, I'll put it in 4. And what I hope you notice over on the right now is the red next to table 1, table 2, and table 4 basically say don't touch. Red is stop, don't touch. Those tables are being used. Green is still good to go, so I could call another match if I was ready for one using table number 3. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this match. But I'm going to automate the calling of it with the speaking ability that Excel has actually had for years. So the trick here is the fact that I already have this formula, and there's the formula above, that pulls off these various bits of information. Well, the one piece I didn't show you was that the event name up here is A1. So if I go ahead and rename that as, say, open doubles, or let's see, open singles, it actually includes that now in this cell because it's linked. So again, the first match I'm calling on table 1 is right here. Let me go ahead and call it.
Open singles Karen versus Frank. Repeat Karen versus Frank on table 1. Open singles Bob versus John. Repeat Bob versus John on table 2. Open singles Carl versus Helen. Repeat Carl versus Helen on table 4.
What I did there was I clicked on the beginning of the speak cells in green, and when I was finished, I clicked on the red stop speaking. And the way that I had it set up was after it finished calling that one piece of text, it goes down, 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 down by the column until I told it to stop. So right now, I just click here again, and I'm back in business, and now we get a result. So if this is player A and player B, so for Karen or Frank, let's suppose that Karen won. She's player A. And let's suppose for the next match that John won, he's player B. And then this time Carl won, once again, he's player A. These tables are not being used, that match is complete. So C, C, C. You notice on the far right now, those tables are back green, they're good to go. So now we decide, okay, you've had enough chance, you said you're going to be here, you just aren't. We're going to say that person has lost the match, which means that Tom won the match. We don't have to put a table number in. We can just go to the result, which means that person A, namely Tom, won it. And we can say, okay, that match is complete. So what I'm looking above here is I'm looking for any matches that I haven't called. The next match I want to call is Bye versus Frank. And again, I say, okay, Bye, you've had enough time. I'm sorry, but you're out of the event. So this time person B, namely Frank, won it. And we do a C. We go below that and we say, okay, table 1 and 2 and 3. Once again, I go to the text. That's where I want it to start talking. It will speak text. Speak cells. Here we go.
Open singles Bob versus Helen. Repeat Bob versus Helen on table 1. Open singles Tom versus Karen. Repeat Tom versus Karen on table 2. Open singles John versus Carl. Repeat John versus Carl on table 3.
Now, if I want to see what the results are looking like, I can also go to this view over here, chart, which you can actually make available through a stretched screen on Excel. And what that will do is if you have a second monitor through a laptop cable, it will let you see that on that video cable, all this information. So people can see, okay, yeah, Tom won, he beat the person called Bye, Karen beat Frank, and Bob lost to John, etc. So here's the various information as it stands right now. And we can also have this update through simply doing this. If I come to matches now and simply do a save, that will actually update to the web. More on that a little bit later. But then if they had a URL for where this was published, they can, instead of checking on the chart on the spreadsheet, they can look at the same information up on the web. So more on that a little bit. Let's come back to our first spreadsheet called matches, and let's just finish it off. So suppose we get a result. Suppose the first person wins all the matches from here on in. I'm not going to bother with the table numbers. I think we've seen how that works. I'm just going to say they're all complete. And the first person won each time. A. And this time I'll say the second person won. Because I want to show you that you can also put here, did it take 1 or 2 sets? Well, if the second person won on a double dip, we know it had to be 2 sets, so I type in a 2. I'm going to resave that information, come over to my chart, and there's my complete chart. All the way down to who the winner was. It was Frank. They won in 2 sets. So there it is. I come back to the matches, and there we have it all filled in. I also have it formatted here for the results. Who came in first, second, third, fourth, who tied for fifth, who tied for seventh. I'm good to go. I just want to save this one last time, and I have a complete chart. Done.